Okay. Dark Souls 3 Smash or Pass, made by our very kind friend Oriam here. A to Z order. Dark Souls.fandom, probably better than Extra Life, at least. But I don't know, we'll see. um, you Abyss Watchers. Okay, I feel like a lot of these are going to be my same, like, if it's a woman, Smash. If it's a man, Pass. So as a all at once, you know what? Yeah, for this one specifically, it's a Smash either way. But just a shorthand, I think I need to come up with something for that. I don't know. I'll probably figure it out eventually. Smash, obviously. That's, that's gonna be Smash if it's a woman. I'll just say that. You'll know what I mean. Smash, obviously. Smash, obviously. Okay, but the pilgrims themselves that actually spawn the angels, those would be a pass, unfortunately. I don't know if you didn't find a picture for that, but the like actual hosts of the angels are a pass. All beasts pass the Harkness test. That's very important information. That's a very obvious Smash, just like last time. Oops, wrong way. Birchwoman. Look at those curves. You know, it's kind of two of them actually. There's one here and another one here, almost. They both got those vibes of that curve. That's gonna be a pass. Just kind of a guy, kind of boring. Roaring Knights. Yeah, the Roaring Knight would also be a Smash, but the Black Knights are a Smash for sure. Boreal Outrider. I mean, any like Erythilian Knight. Like, look at the armor. That just has to be a Smash. The Brigand. That's gonna be a pass. Facial hair doesn't do it for me. Not that kind. Not like that. You know, for sexual health, I would have to say pass. But I'm tempted. Flexible, yeah. Yeah, Smash. The ones in this specific area, do they have different designs? They do, I didn't know that. I know the Cathedral Knights have different, like, assist drop chances and other parameters or whatever, but that's going to be Smash if they're a woman, like usual. Smash. I would smash the lair. Absolutely, I would smash the lair. Who do you think I am? Of course I would. Okay, both at the same time. No comment. Do they look different? A little bit, I think. I think the like fabric here and stuff is different. Smash if they're a woman, I guess. The coat color is different. Yeah, this one's kind of silvery and this one's blue. Yeah. Or this one's more like chainmail, I guess. Oh, and the red robes. I guess you can't really see that with the lighting very well, but yeah. Anyway, Corpse Grub. Oh, that's a tough one. I think that's gonna be a pass. Corvians. That's unfortunately also gonna be a pass, but I get it. Yeah, that's a smash. That's the easiest smash of my life, absolutely. Unfortunately a pass, but again, I definitely get it. That's gonna be a pass. His weapon is cool, but I'd rather use it myself. Creighton? Wait, is it just straight up actual Creighton? I didn't know that. That's really funny. That's gonna be a pass. Which I think I also said for Dark Souls 2. Smash, obviously. Smash, obviously. From Fear and Hunger. I'll have to show that to Aurora, because she would definitely get that a lot better than I would. Is that the actual dialogue? If that's the actual dialogue from Fear and Hunger, I think I might need to play that. Yeah, Smash, obviously. You hit its balls. That's the whole fight. Obviously, Smash. Also, obvious Smash. Easiest Smash in the game. Smash. Smash if it's a woman. Smash. They're religious. That's a pass. It's the real dialogue. That's so awesome. Deacons, those are... I get they're religious. Like, I get that it's a group thing, but like they're still religious, right? So that's gonna be a pass. Deep accursed. Smash. Yeah. Demon smash, obviously. Yeah, obvious easy smash again. I also like them a lot. I really like that design. Both for, or I mean, for very normal reasons, obviously. Demon in Pain. What's the demon below look? The demon from below look like? Well, is this like, are these both the active states? I think they're both going to be a smash. The Demon Prince, absolutely smash. Like, not even a question for that one. Demon Statue, I don't remember what I said for Dark Souls 1, but smash for both. If I said something different, smash, obviously. Devout Bomber, is that what they're actually called? That's incredible. The center of a religious group smash, too much pent-up aggression and self-loathing. True. That would be a pretty terrible time. Okay, that's gonna be a pass, but like, that's an awesome name. Out of the Deep. Also a pass, they're still religious. You know what, I get it. There's also definitely some boob shape going on there. That's a smash for sure. Breakblood Knight. Smash if they're a woman. That's a really good armor set, actually. I really like that armor set. The Drang Knights. One on the right's looking kind of twinky, but they're both passes for me. I'm gonna move the chat, actually. Nope, not that one. Let me move the goddamn chat window. Right on. Okay, there we go. I love the director's commentary up here. That really adds a lot to it, I think. The F slur in unison. Yeah. Yeah, they would. But yeah, smash, absolutely. Evangelist, again, I was an evangelical for a while. Like, they're chubby women, but maybe the two lesbians, actually. The two lesbians hiding out in that shack in the Undead Settlement, but most of them would be a pass. Yeah, it adds a lot. I really appreciate the dialogue. Smash if they're women. Smash either way. That's awesome armor. And like, water sports? Anyway, it's gonna be a pass. Gonna be a pass. That's gonna be an obvious smash. Easiest smash of my life. No, thank you. That's a pass. Yeah. Definitely pass. No monster. Yeah, I'm not either, don't worry. They're called Gertrude's Knight? I thought they were just called Winged Knights. Pass. Smash if they're woven, actually. Smash, absolutely. I was playing the DLC with a partner, and she called these things Marty McFlies. It's gonna be a pass, but I exclusively call these things Marty McFlies now. Giant hound rat. A big ear. It's gonna be a pass. That's gonna be a smash, obviously. It just whatever the Dark Souls fandom said. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure they're just called Winged Knights, like Golden Winged Knights or whatever. That's gonna be a pass, unfortunately. But I get it. I mean, they're smart, you know? Smash if they're a woman. Smash. Pass. The hotter giant crab. The cooler giant crab. Sorry, the cooler gate crab. I get it. But I think they're a little bit too spiky for my taste. They are covered in it. True. They've already gotten a lot of smashes, and they're getting some more from me. Okay, Half-Light. Wait, Half-Light isn't a guy? Is this lore? Minor spelling mistake. I mean, smash either way, but are they actually like supposed to be a woman? Because the armor here is definitely very much giving Twinkie man vibes. Oh, this is a hard decision. my brain is like constantly jumping between smash for obvious reasons and uh pass because look at it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't think I need to give an answer. Apple, again, smash if they're a woman. I think we've gone over that before. Wolnir, what are these growths? That's the pick that showed up. Made guy noises? I don't remember. Holdo? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Smash for obvious reasons. But like, it's just not doing it for me, and I don't know why. Wolnir, the growths here are kind of throwing me off. I'm not vibing with that. Like, I think they're skulls. I think they're supposed to be skulls, but they look like growths, and it's not doing it for me. Hobbled Cleric. That's going to be a pass. That's a pass for sure. Hollow Manservant. I get it. But I think that is going to have to be a pass for me, unfortunately. It's a pass. That's a pass. That's a pass. That's a pass. Oh my god, I hate how those things look. That's a pass. Smash. Even if you're muddy. Yeah, that's a smash too. Smash, obviously. Smash. 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 Tentative pass. After the Ring Knights had their way with... Oh my god. That's gonna be a pass. An easier pass than Argo, but definitely a pass. I think there's lore on this one's gender, but smash if they're a woman. Just because I feel like the vibe works stellar. That's a pass. That's a pass. That's a pass. Yeah, no, that's a pass. That's a pass. Actually, I kind of like that armor. I don't know. It's still a pass, though. Smash if they're a woman, for sure. Condor Pale Shade. What sword is that? I don't recognize that. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this one. Smash if they're a woman, I guess, just because it's easy. Bigfoot sightings. That's an awesome way to put it. Kirk. Kirk, I think, is going to be a pass. He's a bit too spiky for me, you know? Smash. Both of them at the same time, especially. That's a Moran Blade? Looks very different from how it does in Demon Souls. Anyway, yeah. Twin Princes, very easy smash. Radigan was a giant because of their hair and because Renala can't walk anymore. That's insane. That's incredible. Lothric Knights are just pictures of them aura farming. I mean, yeah, look at them. It's gonna be a smash for sure. That's a pass. That's a... I mean, it's an easy smash, but I just wanted to look at them longer. I've always wondered why these are called lycanthropes. Like, they're being crucified, but they're not, like, wolf-like at all. Maybe it's just, like, a mutation that made them more beast-like, and that qualifies as lycanthropy in the Dark Souls world, but not necessarily werewolves, you know? I mean, that's a pass. If they actually fought the lycanthropes, yeah. I hate these guys' weapons as well, just because they stab you so many times with it when they run, and it does way more damage than it feels like it should for some random guy with a big stick. I mean, Smash, obviously. Smash, obviously. World's worst staff to grind for? I don't think I've ever done it. Is there any specific reason to? Does it, like, have good damage or whatever compared to other staffs? Man Grub. No. It's gonna be a pass. It's just a Bloodborne reference. Dark Souls 3 has Bloodborne 2. True. Smash if they're women, which they don't look like it considering the beards. Mistranslation? Yeah, maybe. That makes sense. Smash, obviously. I mean, it has to be a smash for the name. Luck scaling staff, but trading it gives the layer armor. Or the shield. Okay, that makes sense. You know, I made a joke about this in my Dark Souls 3 playthrough. But like, it's exactly like the Herald Knight, where it's smash for obvious reasons, but also pass because f***ing look at it. You know? Yeah, if it was a woman grub, yeah, maybe. The aftermath of Cease. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that makes sense. And that's why it's called the monstrosity of sin, the monstrosity of lust. Merkman. Oh, these things. That's a pass, but I hate them. Not like scaling, it increases soul gain by 20% and can be sold for Solar Shield. Okay. Osiris. I mean, we talked about this earlier. I don't like the air tentacles. You know what? I see what they were saying now. I think that is a pass. That one's gonna be a pass, unfortunately. The beard is throwing me off. Crazy. Who? Which one? Are we talking about Osiris? Peasant Hollow? I thought those were just more jailers. Just different designs. They're both passes though. Okay, Osiris is a man, unfortunately. Blowing up like a Kirby boss. I mean, that's a smash, obviously. Workman is absolutely a gilf. True. I get it. That's gonna be a pass for me. Smash, obviously. Pass. But smash. Yeah, pass, smash, I think, is the best way to go about that. That's a pass. That's a smash. That's a pass, unfortunately. Rapier champion. Does it not have a name? Also, isn't that Wolnir's crown? Incredible fit. Wow. Yeah, smash is going to piss him off, exactly. Ravenous Crystal Lizard, that's a smash, obviously. That's a pass. Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. That's 1000% a smash. That is Wolnir's crown, yeah. Awesome. I'm glad I knew that from sight. Smash, obviously. This one looks like a Pokemon, by the way. I mean, so do the Crystal Lizards, but this one gives a vibe. Like, it uses rollout, you know? That's a pass, unfortunately. It's a pass. Actually, I like the armor set, but no, it is a pass. That's also a pass. Smash for obvious reasons. Smash for obvious reasons. Oh yeah, this is the guy who invades you in the DLC, huh? I completely forgot about this guy. So Levin repeats the actions of his clone, so if he smashes the clone, he has to repeat the actions. You can fix him. Good luck with that. Anyway, smash. Actually, I'm gonna pass on Lido, but then all Silver Knights are still smash. I mean, yeah, obviously smash. Obviously. Pass. Smash. Smash for obvious reasons. Gale is unfortunately not my type. So that is a pass, but I definitely get it if you're into it. Olgrew's got a smoldering all? Yeah. I mean, they're still smash. They're even hotter, right? Free day? Is it free day? Freed? Freed? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's free day. Can make me worse. Can unfix you. Soul of Cinder. Just because it reuses Gwyn's theme, that's a pass. Darnpound. The yellow pregnant one? Isn't that the only pregnant one in the entire game? And it also like has that unique puke attack. They're both passes, either way. Smash. Rita? Rita. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. I was pretty sure I remembered the pronunciation from the cutscene, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, smash. Obviously. A crazy smash, but still a smash. That's a pass. That's just an old man. King of the Storm? King of the Storm would be smash. Nameless King, I get it, but not my type. It's gonna be a pass. That's also gonna be a pass. Pass. Smash. How many are we in? I want to make sure. I don't just like skip straight to the end. It's gonna be a pass for sure. I hate these things. I hate the whole vibe they got going on. You're smashing millions of people who perpetuated Quinn's tyranny. True. Winged Knight. Smash if they're a woman. Just wolf. Smash. I mean, that's gonna be a pass. I thought these were like failed dragons or something. I didn't think they were called wretches. I don't know. Whatever. That's a pass. I get it. But it is a pass for me, just for my health. Heiselwell, gonna be a smash. Nameless is only hot. Oops. When he's 30% bigger during the dragon riding phase. Exactly. Yeah, you get it. And he's on a dragon, which makes him 10 times hotter immediately. So. That's gonna be a pass, unfortunately. NPC time. Bifectra this time, though. Okay. Skipping those that don't got different forms, like the Judicator. Okay. I mean, she needs to eat something. I'm gonna say... If I could get her to eat, then smash. Not like as like a sexual thing, but just like as a... I want to help you. You need food. Goddamn. Epic with their tail, yeah. I mean, either way. I mean, it's still a dragon woman, though. I don't know. Smash. It's fine. Smash. Henri? Yeah, I really don't like the fact that Henri is always the opposite gender of your character. I think Henri should always be a woman. I think you should be allowed to be a lesbian in Dark Souls. You're smashing her entire skeleton. You have to be gentle. Jesus. Anyway, female Henri. Absolutely smash. Male Henri makes me sad, so pass. Oh god, that's a pass for sure. Aegon? He is aura farming. But he's not my type, unfortunately, so that's gonna be a pass. Cornix is also a pass. Oh, Andre. I mean, it's a pass, but just because I'm not into men. Letting you be a lesbian is the only thing that Elden Ring got right. True, yeah, absolutely. That's the only improvement they had over Dark Souls 3. I get it, again, but that is gonna have to be a smash for me. Or a pass, it's gonna have to be a pass. Billionaire's a smash. Easy, 1000%. I still don't like them. Still a pass, unfortunately. Aqua is gonna be a pass. Podrick is still a pass. Emma is the gilf. I'm gonna let that speak for itself because I don't want to say anything definitive there. Arena is a smash, obviously. Firekeeper, obvious smash. Amnesiac Lap, obvious smash. I actually don't remember this character. I do like the armor though. Grey Rat of the Undead Settlement. Grey Rat. I have to think about this one because I do like Grey Rat. He's nice. But he's not my type, so I think that is gonna have to be a pass. Painting Woman. I'm pretty sure this one's a child. Actually, it's Patches, but with amnesia. Interesting. I don't know. Either way, it's gonna be a pass. Unfortunately. Horace growls in bed. Grey Rat is not ready for sex. True, yeah. For his mental health, also, just a pass on Grey Rat. Horace, if with Henri, smash, but on his own, pass. Is she wearing the same stuff as Emma? No, she's not. Okay, I don't know why I thought she was. That's gonna be a pass, unfortunately. Still a gilf, but no. No comment. Carla, smash, obviously. Smash, obviously. Smash, obviously. It's gonna be a pass. Isn't that... No, is it? I don't remember what armor Spelunker uses for her avatar. Anyway, Patches. Also still a pass. Dark Souls 3 Patches makes me sad. Compared to Dark Souls 1 Patches. Smash, obviously. Pass. Pass, but he's chill. Little slave Miguel. Again, not my type, but I get it. But that's gonna be a pass for me. Lilith, also a pass. He needs to eat something too. Actually, he probably does. He's just shriveled because he got burnt alive. Wilhelm, also an aura farmer. Still gonna be a pass. Velka. Smash. Orbeck is extremely twinky. I really like Orbeck, actually. His questline is so endearing. And just for that, I think I'm gonna have to say a smash on that one. Stonehump tag. Really like her? I don't remember where she's at. Where is she? Like, where do you talk to her at? Anyway, that's another gilf. Smash, obviously. Shira. I also don't recognize this character at all. Sort of Dreadkeep. Oh, right. Okay, DLC. That makes sense. Dragon form. I wish they had more meat on their bones, like the Dark Souls 1 form. But, I mean, smash both of them. Orbeck dying at the end of his quest is, yeah. But, like, I don't know. Orbeck is funny. He's like, we'll have our very own school. I love it. What? What is this? Bad Dragon Boy failure and Seath Toxic Yaoi. What is this from? Dark Souls 3 dragon forms are yuck. Yeah, but they're dragons. They're dragon forms, you know? It's worth it. Oh, you didn't end it with a Pasaka this time. You brought it up in like 3 times in a stream. That's really funny. Love Toxic Yaoi. They are skinny, but they're still dragon forms. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go eat food and drink water. And bony, but they're still dragon forms. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all, and I don't know how to end this.